That and just not enough practice speaking with people. Like I said, in Okinawa, most people speak English, so there's no like real motivation or desire or like need to have to speak Japanese. So when I studied Japanese at the university, they teach you to speak formal Japanese, but people don't speak formal Japanese normally. So it was difficult, and so I just kind of gave up.
日本寒いですか？
いや、今日寒いです。
何度ですか？
10?
ニューイヤー何しましたか？
ゆっくりです。ゆっくりしました。
明日から仕事ですか？
今日仕事、明日仕事。
じゃあ、明日も5時起き。
4時半?
早い。
Feel like learning Japanese is too damn hard for you? Stop slaving away at grammar, words, and spelling. Now there's a better way to learn how to speak Japanese like a normal guy. Welcome to Terumi's podcast. Let's learn Japanese in just 2 months with Terumi's learning method.
Thomas さん、Thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel. How you feel? どうですか？
元気です。
元気、よかった、よかったです。First of all, like the listeners don't know you at all. Can you actually talk about yourself a little bit?
Yeah. So, well, my name is Tom. I moved to Japan 23 years ago for the military. I was in the Marine Corps. Okinawa. I lived in Okinawa for a long time, and now I live in Kanagawa.
So when you actually arrived in Japan, 23 years ago, you said?
About that, yeah.
Did you know that you're gonna stay so long this time? Did you really actually imagine this time?
No.
No.
So when I was in the Marine Corps, when I first started, they said every Marine has to go to Okinawa before their career. So I was number 1 in my class, so I got to choose where to go. So I chose Okinawa because I wanted to get it over with.
I see. By the way, which state are you from? Like you got used to like living in Okinawa this time, or like the weather was too hot? How was that? The differences from your state?
Kansas Kara. I'm from Kansas. I live in Kanagawa. Okinawa, I was there for a long time. It was very hot in the summer. In the winter, it wasn't very hot, but maybe 10 months out of the year, it's pretty hot or warm anyways. And a couple months, it's cooler, but it was good for if you like the beach. And beach stuff. Like I was a scuba diver, so I did a lot of scuba diving. Very good. But I have dogs, and so walking the dogs, you have to wait till it's dark because it's so hot, right?
I see. So, when you arrived in Japan for the first time, what was actually the culture shock?
Maybe the first toilet I saw, because it was a hole in the ground.
The Japanese traditional toilet.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, I see. And about the food or lifestyle, or even the language, how was it?
So honestly, in Okinawa, everybody speaks English really well. And so it's kind of a crutch. You don't really have to learn Japanese to get by, right? It's catered towards Americans. And even now, like in Kanagawa, where I live in Yamato, there's usually when I talk to people about Yamato City, oh, that's international, because there's a lot of foreigners here too, right? A lot of like Indian, and there's some Singapore, Chinese, and it's kind of, I mean, it's not, I don't know, it makes it harder to learn Japanese because everybody's so accommodating to speak in English.
If you are like more into Japanese traditional culture, or people and local places you want to explore, then oh my God, I don't have opportunity to speak Japanese or learn Japanese. So how did you feel this time?
So whenever I speak Japanese with like the local Japanese people around here, I mean it's good. and I can see that they like talking. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's good, but it's very easy to get caught in the let me just go to what I know.
And then before meeting our school, Japan Language Factory, what kind of things do you have tried already for learning Japanese?
So
Mm,
I've had Rosetta Stone.
mm,
I've had other language apps that I got from the library for free. Japanese immersion, like CDs and tapes.
mm,
I took a college course. Uh, I probably got like 15 or 20 different books. The biggest problem I had in the past, which I
mm,
think this course kind of helped me get past, was now I have people to practice with
mm-hmm,
to get used to it. So I actually started a group of so my coworker, she's an interpreter for us, right? Japanese interpreter. But
mm-hmm,
her son wants to learn English.
mm-hmm,
Right? She's Japanese, her son's Japanese, wants to learn
mm-hmm,
English.
mm-hmm,
And so I started a meeting so we can do a language exchange
mm,
between me and him. And now it's grown into we got a guy from the UK
mm-hmm,
that joins us and another guy, American guy.
mm-hmm. So you're doing this session right now?
Yeah, we started it last month.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's our opportunity to practice.
Mm-hmm.
He can practice English and then I practice Japanese and same
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's cool. And then, you have tried a lot of things like whole textbook and college course and also language apps. And, we have totally different approach than the textbook study. So how did you make progress and how did you feel?
So I think the method's pretty good because it's situationally driven. And then just the way to do it, like how do you say something and tell you how to say it and practice it. So that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. Makes it pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The one thing I think would have probably helped me, maybe help others, is stay focused on one area, like one aspect, maybe a hobby or something like that, because it makes it easier to practice
Mm-hmm.
like the same thing over and over and over. You get the repetition.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, exactly. That's our concept is to train your muscle memory. So if you want to talk about your background, if you want to talk about, your dog, if you want to talk about your favorite food, and we actually focus on the topics. And then if you feel confident in the one topic, like, okay, I can talk about food very confidently. Okay, let's talk about something else. And then if you have 10, 20 topics in the future, you can go to the business level. Like, let's talk about finance. But you cannot talk about finance if you're going to talk about food, right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair statement. Yeah.
Yeah. So which topics did you like during the master course?
I don't know if I can pinpoint one. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was all useful. Like
Mm-hmm.
just
For
being able to
example.
ask or just being able to tell someone like Yoi Shimatsuo, like have a good weekend or end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, Otsukare sama deshita. Just
Mm-hmm.
that small talk like that at work, pretty good.
And then, like anyone around you mentioned about like your progress or learning Japanese.
Yeah.
Did you see some people's reaction?
Well, yeah, because most of the people that I practice with or speak to, they don't know or they know that I only spoke English, right? So yeah, they see. And I've actually tried to get a couple people to contact you
Mm-hmm.
guys too, because I think it was really helpful.
That's cool. That's cool. So, lastly, do you have any like advice to anyone like you already have been living in Japan quite many years? Some people after 10 years come to our school. So if you want to encourage those people, what kind of message can you tell?
Uh, yeah. So one, to steal from Nike, I guess, just do it, right? Like,
Definitely. Simple.
I would say also practice every day, but don't like if you're doing this course, don't go so long in between lessons, right?
Mm,
Because like if you do a lesson like on Monday, for example, and then you practice that same lesson Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it might get stale. So try to, if you can, have lessons closer together to keep it fresh. And just like I
mm-hmm.
said,
Amazing. And if anyone feel like, oh, like it's too late to start, some people actually believe that it's, oh, I'm already 55, I'm too late to start. What kind of actually message can you give? Is it age matter?
well, I'm 44, so it's not too late. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't start, you'll never know. So,
Mm-hmm.
right, there's an old Japanese proverb: every journey starts with the first step. Right. So I just do it. Just start. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then find people to practice with outside of class. Yeah. Just
Amazing.
do it. Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas-san.
Are you expat live in Japan? You started living in Japan, you're super excited to communicate with locals. You can enjoy traveling, meeting people. And now you start using this textbook and you feel like, wow, that's so many. Elementary school textbook, another elementary school textbook, and how many hours should you study? Let's think one more time. In order to communicate like a normal guy, you can do everything in the basic everyday life. Should you finish all those textbooks? Otherwise, you won't understand what they're talking. You cannot express yourself, anything. First of all, there are always two ways to learn languages. One is documentational language, the other one is conversational language. It's like, once upon a time, grandmother and grandfather are living somewhere. Or, hey, what's up? How's it going? Which is conversational. What is the most effective way to learn how to speak Japanese? Textbooks can't talk to you, so you cannot improve your listening skill and pronunciation, how to communicate. So why Japanese children can speak Japanese so quickly? Because they are learning conversational Japanese. The good news is, in Japan Language Factory, we have a specific learning structure to improve your conversational Japanese. So you can join the conversation, you can understand what they're talking, you can respond quickly, and express what you are thinking. If you want to be able to speak Japanese as soon as possible, join our free consultation to figure out what is the fastest way to start speaking Japanese.